Hello people, and welcome back to Tomb and his crate, and we're going to be indulging in a bit more of crate craziness, crate converting, whatever I decide to name it. So, long story short, a while ago I felt the need for having a Deathwatch Watch Master, and at the time I couldn't really afford to buy one, so I decided that I would make my own. And there he is, not too bad a shape, not exactly my best work, but work nonetheless, or possibly some of my best work. And I thought I did quite well. I acquired some Guardian spears, threw some bits together from various models, and have made it so it looks like he is reloading his Guardian spear. But anyway, a short while after that came out, the release of the new Indomitus box, shall we say, collection came out, and it was about then that I realised that my Space Marine is unfortunately set up as one of the old guard, and with the way everything's going, it will unfortunately be pretty much Primaris from here on out, which with the release of the new Deathwatch boxes and codex that I have not yet managed to get hold of, but will hope to get hold of soon, is unfortunately probably already here. I will find out eventually. Anyway, so from that I've decided that I'm going to help my old chapter or old guard, whatever you want to call it, Deathwatch Watch Master, go through the Rubicon and become Primaris. So what I have here that I will be making in the next few days, and then painting as well, hopefully, is various parts, including, I believe, the Captain from the Indomitus box sets, and a Deathwatch upgrade kit. I will be converting, kit bashing, whatever you like to call it together to make a new Deathwatch Watchmaster that I shall be building and then painting. I still have a spare Guardian spear from the pack that I acquired, and going forward I will be building that up. But for now, that was what I will be working on. And at various points I will show you what I've been doing, and then either in this video or possibly another one, you will get to see me paint it up in the Deathwatch style, which is one of the main styles that I'm apparently good at. But anyway, that was my old guard Deathwatch Watchmaster, and we will be joining him on the journey through the Rubicon to become Primaris in his new wonderful, hopefully, paint job. So, at the first stage, I decided to kick off with building up the base that came with the Primaris Captain. As you can see, bit of base colouring aside, I have gone for the option of attaching the Necron, because I thought, well, what else would signify a Deathwatch Watchmaster than one of the dreaded Xeno dying at his feet. And I have also combined the two base options that came with it, which I did not realise were actually separate options, and I've combined them to give a larger stand, shall we say. Either way, I've combined them together, and will be what I will base my Captain on, or Watchmaster, that's what they're called. And then I was also doing a little work on the Guardian spear that I had spare. Fortunately, or unfortunately, when I get words right, it was a spear that had two hands ready attached. So from that, I have cut off the hands, Bit gruesome, yes. But from there I've tried to work them out to be as smooth as possible to make the spear, or ensure that the spear retains as much of its shape as possible. But from there, let's go on to the next part I shall be working on. I'm not too sure what, but I will see what I can. And here we are, a short while later, or an indeterminate amount of time later, whoever knows with what I do. And I've done a bit of work on his shields. I didn't feel that the original skeleton on the shield was really to the keeping of a Deathwatch Watch Master. So a bit of work, and I managed to stick a Inquisition symbol in the middle. I left the skull in because, you know, no matter what, the Imperium seems to like their skulls motif. Ignore the slightly dodgy blend to the side of the symbol there. That will be covered up when painted. That was just trying to remove the quarter of a skeleton's chest. Part of a skeleton's chest from the shield that was already in place because of reasons. I left the mass of scrolls at the bottom though, to add a little bit of a different look to it, or the same look. So yes, and then the little pauldron, is it pauldron or shield, that will be to the side of the Watchmaster as is now known. I've attached another Inquisition symbol to it, so he'll be plenty festooned with symbols of the Inquisition that they work closely with. And finally, I've been doing some work on the main body. Nothing much, mainly just cutting up or off some sprue lines and some other bits to make him as picture perfect as I can. It's not really saying much for me, but anyway, on with the next lot of work. I may be working on the Guardian Spear now, I think. Glue that together. And so, after a quite annoying period of chopping, sanding, filing, various things, I have managed to glue the Guardian Spear as where the sword of the the previous captain's sword in place, and attach the Guardian Spear instead. For now, I'm going to leave it drying like that, so hopefully it holds quite decent shape. And then after it's had a very long drying period, probably overnight given what the current time is and all the other works, I believe that I will reinforce it with some more glue, possibly a bit of liquid green stuff, because although the bonds seem to be holding for now, it does look a little bit fiddly, and I just want to make sure that I have everything in place so it doesn't fall apart at any other point, because of course that would be rather annoying. But anyway, let's leave it to dry. In the meantime, the shields and all the other bits can dry, ignoring the various tools. Words are so difficult. Ignoring the various tools currently scattered around the place or being used as rests, because, you know, why not? I will see you probably in an overnight period to let the current Guardian Spear dry, to work on reinforcing. Anyway, back. I told a little bit of a lie. I realised that while I was waiting for the Guardian Spear to dry, I had enough time to work on the left shoulder pad of the Deathwatch Master, which is always the Deathwatch symbol. I took his arm from the Captain model and removed the shoulder pad, and using one of the Terminator, I believe, or larger shoulder pads that came in the Deathwatch upgrade kit, I gave it a bit of a chop and a change, and then attached the Deathwatch shoulder pauldron, I believe, or words that I probably got wrong again, and I've attached that to go to the main model. But anyway, now I have that drying, I can wait till the next period to go for the next stuff. Right, it's been an overnight period. As you can see, I've reinforced the Guardian Spear with a bit of green stuff, just letting it fully dry up at the moment. But I've got all the other pieces cut out, so I think that I will glue most of it together and then leave it to dry before going anywhere else. Probably going to leave the little shield piece till a bit later on, so that I can clearly glue and paint, two different things. So I can clearly paint his chest piece before attaching it. So I shall be back shortly with the fully assembled model. If my camera decides to focus, there we go. And so, a little amount of gluing later, only a few little tricky bits where stuff doesn't want to stick together, and I've completed the build of my Primaris Deathwatch Watch Master, as I'm going to have him. Ignoring the little bit down there, which is just his chest shield, which, if my camera would focus, because apparently not. There we go. It's just left off so I can paint the chest a little easier. But yes, that's what I've ended up with. With an impressive Inquisition shield. Nothing much on the back, but with the Deathwatch shoulder pads, that's the word. Custom building his Guardian Spear, so it's ready for him. And although it was part of the build base anyway, little Necron dead at his feet, which will soon be painted up. But anyway, thank you for watching this convert kit bash build sort of thing. I hope to bring you the painting or the painted version of the video shortly, but we will see how that goes. Anyway, I've been Tomb, and this has been Tomb's Crate. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.